Hell yeah, fam. Good morning. Happy time zones. Happy Friday. I hope you are all doing well. I would quickly like to address the elephant in the room. This was not intentional. I had to go full bald biker guy goatee because the trimmer went fucking rogue and I went to trim and it took off a full strip and here we are. So I had to go like, yeah, full, I'll take 2 Boilermakers at the bar on a Wednesday afternoon. Kind of goatee action. So I'm not happy about it. Mrs. Neo got a good laugh and was hoping I was just gonna go completely babyface, which is blasphemy. That's not happening. But here we are. And yeah, man, Game Awards last night. Good time, Phil. Good morning, my guy. Got some anime tonight. Got yeah, of course, like as I'm getting ready to go to bed, all of a sudden I get a notification that I've got an email, and it was for the hell is it called? Steel whatever. Like I was all psyched on it last night and I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, the it looks like a Transformers Mecha Break kind of, you know, pew-pewer. But it looked really cool, so boogie down on that. Phil, what do we want to do? Do you want me to continue 5.2? Do you want to keep doing Ruby? Do you want to do Eden? I know we're at the mercy of Duty Finder, obviously, but Sapphire weapon? Oh no. Information relating to the weapon project has been uncovered and your allies prepare to depart for distant lands. Vance, I'm afraid we haven't much in the way of information to share from the front line. We have, however, received word that Gaius wishes to speak with you at Alliance headquarters. I've arranged an escort to take you to headquarters, so when you're ready to depart, speak with the fellow over there. And is chat delayed? Okay, good, just making sure. I tried not running Steam as admin, so I don't know, maybe it just puts OBS in a better spot. Who knows? It's very weird. It's only 14 it does this with. It was 14 and then I think like Grand Blue. I have to say, that was a most exhilarating battle. I never dreamed that I would have the chance to see such a ferocious war machina with my own eyes. You might find it odd that a citizen of Eorzea would be so excited by something sent by the Garleans to slaughter us in the thousands. But as an avid follower of all things gigantic and mechanical, I just can't help myself. Oh, to be able to pilot such a majestic creation. Perhaps I should defect to the Empire and offer my services. I'm sorry. Ever since the time of the original Ultima weapon, I've fallen in love with this fusion of Allagan and Garlean design. Takes my breath away. So much so that I used to spare moments at the ironworks to develop a line of miniatures. And now your recently vanquished foe shall be an inspiration for my next endeavor. Would you do me the honor of casting your gaze across the piece once it is complete? If that's what it takes to shut you up, or don't blame me if I smack. You know, I don't want to be rude and tell him to shut up, so. Did you say something? Whatever it was, I'm sure you're offering heartfelt words of encouragement. It's the support of fans such as yourself that make this such a worthwhile hobby. I'm proud to say my work adorns the homes of many like-minded Machina lovers. The Ultima Weapon and Magitech Reaper miniatures, to name a few, but of my creations are especially popular. Jesus fuck. Good lord. Do the next weapon quest. Once you finish this quest, go back to MSQ. This is just the extreme unlock. Oh, okay, so next should be up there, I guess. Of course, I wouldn't be much of an engineer if I only made inanimate ornaments. Behold, I have restored this Allagan relic, added a few flourishes of my own, and dubbed it the Real Virtuality Combat Simulation Experience-inator. By feeding it various pieces of data, such as images on my replicas and so on, it is able to recreate a range of combat scenarios. For research purposes, of course, not entertainment, oh no. Hang on, Mrs. Neo. Like, when it rains, it pours, dude. Okay, I'm gonna derail for a hot second. We had the sickness, right? Okay, we had the sickness around Thanksgiving. Then we had car problems the day before Thanksgiving. Mrs. Neo's car ended up being just shy of, I think, like $2,500 to fix, right? Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Now, she's had this lingering issue where there's an oil leak. Not like an engine oil leak, but there's like an oil leak. So in the garage, I would always see spots. I'm like, that's fresh. Like, I'm not a mechanic. That's fresh. That's like, I don't know what's going on. And it usually coincided when she would go to get her oil changed. Then I go, well, maybe they just didn't tighten something. So she would go back, they would tighten it. Everything's good. Nope, keeps happening. So fast forward to now, she had to go back in. So they did this treatment like a week ago where they added dye to her oil to see like where the leak is coming from, blah, 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 blah. Evidently, it is it's her oil pan and a gasket, and that's gonna run us $600 to fix. So, man, yeah, just goddamn, dude. It's always got to be fucking something, man. The car, the heating system, like, golly gee. I can see you're practically chomping at the bit to give it a try. There's no stopping you intrepid adventurer types. It won't be long until my latest work is complete. All that remains are one of the 2 final adjustments, so don't go anywhere. Okay, not going anywhere. That sounds like highway robbery. Tell me about it. It's usually what anything like mechanics, like automotive is. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, now I'm on a tear. She does, okay, so she's a very loyal person, which, you know, for businesses is awesome. You know, for me, awesome. Friends, family, awesome. To the wallet, not so awesome. So she has this thing where she always goes to Miteki. There's a Miteki near the condo that we used to live at, and she always brings it there, and oh, they're all super friendly and blah, 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 blah. Very, I like to call it, like, naivete, right? No, they're friendly, they take care of me. Like, I get that. They take care of you, and then they fucking rake our bank account over the coals. So when the car broke down before Thanksgiving, we had it towed to Miteki. That was a $1,500 job. For them to then tell us that we had to bring it back to the dealership, the Hyundai dealership, to which then that ran us another $1,000, roughly, for a sensor plus install. And then now, yeah, a gasket and an oil pan leak is going to run us another $600. So, God damn it, dude. Dude, okay, so here we go. Okay, and then last Friday, there was an actuator that opens and closes the hot water valve for our heating system that was making this super duper loud noise, which we then had to have replaced because, of course, shit always happens when it's out of warranty. And that was, I mean, he got it down to like $350 for literally this fucking piece of plastic that automatically opens and closes a water valve. I'm pretty sure I got rid of the video. Yeah, I did, but Jesus Christ, man. It's always something. Hot damn, sorry. Off to a rough start. Ready to head out? Yeah, we're on a roll this morning for sure. The Clippers take my fucking beard from me. Good lord. Wake up with a headache. I just can't win. It's gonna be that kind of day. Good lord. Good, you're here. The Ironworks have completed their analysis of the ruby weapon, and Sid Garland wishes to share his findings. I take it you can spare a few moments? That's why I'm here, dude. Very good. Please wait here while I inform him of your arrival. Brutal. Fucking brutal, dude. Man. Right before Christmas, too. Gotta love it. Glad you could make it, Vance. I'm sure you're as anxious as anyone to hear what we've uncovered. Our early hypotheses were proven correct. The Garleans have designed a system whereby a pilot's consciousness can be forcibly supplanted with data based on the memories and experience of another. So, even a rank amateur could obtain the combat capabilities of a seasoned warrior? Precisely. And we learned how this weapon made possible when we opened the cockpit. The monitors were still operational, and among the messages displayed, one particular phrase caught my attention. Synthetic Aurosite System. Which is what exactly? Well, the core of the ultimate weapon was referred to as the Heart of Sabik by the Asians. We believe it to have been a type of Aurosite. I can't say much for the synthetic sort at this stage, but I've encountered real Aurosite before. It was extremely potent, perhaps equal to the power of the Heart of Sabik. It's unclear whether the Garlean simulacrum possesses the same properties as genuine Aurosite, but I intend to follow this avenue of inquiry to see where it leads. What we do know is that it was used to implant the combat data of Niall Van Darnis into the pilot, who has been presumed dead since before the calamity. Are you any closer to discovering how they were able to retrieve this data? The link didn't occur to Gaius at first, but he later told me of devices fitted to the Magitech armor of the Empire's high-ranking officers. There's a reason to believe they were designed to emulate the soul crystals used throughout Eorzea. Yes, that was rumored to be its true purpose, but it was never publicly acknowledged. Perhaps those in the upper echelons of command wanted to avoid comparisons to the so-called savages they were meant to be conquering. There is also the question of whether this system even functions as intended. From what we've seen, we can assume they were successful in gathering combat data of those wearing armor equipped with the device. If the comparison with soul crystals is valid, perhaps this data was transferred via ether. However, it seems that it extracted not only memories relating to combat, but the soldier's very essence. As you saw, the pilot succumbed entirely to the will of Van Darnis. Though this is merely supposition, it's possible that being fused with the ruby weapon's core accelerated the process that caused the deceased legatus to manifest it in corporeal form. Could it be that the death of the pilot was caused by the system malfunctioning? It's hard to say. The Alea Vignana system is quite ruthless. The ruby weapon itself was still largely intact when it deactivated, which strongly implies that it was the synthetic Aurosite running amok that killed her, rather than the damage incurred during battle. But even after our analysis, I'm afraid we still don't have enough information. For now, perhaps we should consult with Gaius as to our next plan of action. Valdalin has come bearing vital information. I traced the ruby weapon's path back to the occupied territory of Werlet, which it appears to be where it was built. I saw the option on the bottom say that my geography skills were very poor, and I didn't want to self-deprecate my warrior here. You know, me, that's one thing. I don't want to insult the character. While Alamigo is placed on the western edge of Grimlet, Werlit lies on the opposite side to the east. It was once a proud and prosperous city until it was brought to its knees by the Imperial invaders. You seem rather well informed. Perhaps I should have taken you with me. I thought that much was common knowledge. It is also where Alphonse and the others were born. And now the weapon project has brought them home. Yes, the place is now rife with Imperials. They have established an airship supply depot on the coastal town of Turncliffe. According to the locals, something resembling one of the weapons was transported there a few days ago. This bodes ill indeed. Were it possible, I would attempt to capture Alphonse and his followers before they can launch an offensive. However, the distance between here and Turncliffe presents a considerable obstacle, and in all likelihood, their weapon will be ready long before we arrive. Approaching by sea would allow us to save time by circumventing their ground-based troops, provided we are able to secure a vessel. Or you could use the Enterprise and take the most direct route of all, as the crow flies. In fact, this is the perfect chance to put my top-secret plan into action. And might I ask what that entails? New airship? It wouldn't be much of a secret if I told you now, would it? What I can say is there's a starring role planned for you, Vance. The mouth crack? Why so surprised? You didn't think I'd let you get off that easily, did you? It'll be here soon, so don't go anywhere. So now, is this an instance, or is this like the Sapphire weapon? Instance? Okay. I see Sid still delights in keeping others in suspense. I can only hope he does not make us wait over long. I believe I'm ready. Maybe. Bro, what? All right, dog. Bro, did he make us an Ultima weapon? Holy smokes, look at this thing. Yo, where the fuck is Sid behind it? Like, where's he been hiding this? Here it is, Vance, your very own Gundam. Seriously, where has he had this fucking thing stashed? Like, no big deal, right? He's just been like low-key working on it somewhere where probably everybody could see, but nobody was like, hey man, what are you building? I present Garland Ironworks' adaptation of the Ultima weapon, the G-Warrior. Dude, we got our very own G Gundam? How fitting. It was off screen, so it's fine. I mean, Grumpy, it makes total sense. Like, I always, in the back of my head, there'll be times where it's just like, it's been like 48 hours? Where have you been working on this? And then I do that with like all forms of media, like, look at this, or like, holy shit, where did this come from? And the character just goes like, I've just been like low-key working on it, like, out of the public, like, you know what I mean? Like some like, hush hush, I've just been kind of working on it. And it's like the height of the Empire State Building. You're like, oh yeah, where? Just like, yeah, sure, no problem. You just been like covertly working on it and nobody knew about it. I know elegant design when I see it. Excavated from one of their ruins, no doubt. Happy Friday, Grumpy. Azisla, to be precise. We came across it during the course of our investigations and decided it would be a shame to let it go to waste. Damn, bro, do we get to keep it? And you will be taking this refitted relic to face the enemy head-on, yes? Perhaps my knowledge of the Ultima weapon will be of use. I'm counting on you as it happens, but first we'll need to perform a test run in the simulator before throwing you into battle. Come, we haven't much time. The Ultimate Warrior was a random, Ultimate Weapon was a random boss. Is one of the, the Ultimate Warrior. Ultima Warrior, sorry, I can't English yet. Kind of funny to see it brought back like this. No shit. See, I don't even remember it. Oh, yeah, dude, I hope today's quiet for you, too. It's already been a very eventful day here for us. Not on stream, but just in our house. God damn it. I read that as I quit today. Like, all right, he's done. He's fucking out. That's the way you make a statement, Grumpy. Right before Christmas, you go, screw this. Damn, thing is gnarly looking, though. Like the color scheme, too. Let me keep... Oh, yeah? Bro, this is gnarly. Ether mine? What am I? I don't even know. I'm just pressing buttons, dude. I don't give a shit. Doing anything and everything. Let me change it. That's not cool, man. This is badass, man. Can you legit get this as a mount? Can't fly right now, though. Kind of a bummer. Booster 6. No, we can't keep it and we can't get... Has this ever been a mount? Limited time? Because I don't think I'd use anything else. What a banger of a tune. Anything else? What's good, fam? Oh, dude. I can see where the confusion lies. Because as you came in, you must have heard me say I wouldn't use anything else. And I was referring to this, what we're piloting right now, which I had asked if, like, we could use it as a mount. Because if we could, I wouldn't use anything else. Just impeccable timing. Absolutely wondrous timing on your part. Yeah, Trans Am is dope. Let's go. This is sick. I want this. Keep waiting for them to bring it back in some form. God damn, I hope they do. Like, this is a mount... Dude, it makes me sound like such a hypocrite, which I guess I will be. I wouldn't spend 40 some odd dollars on the Lunar Whale, even though it's dope and I would like to have the Lunar Whale mount. I would probably spend $40 on this mount. I probably would. And I blame Gundam for that. The only tip is that you basically want to spam your heal move on cooldown, and this is auto restoration. Okay. Dog. Oh, yeah? What a jam. Ethereal Aegis. Did I do it right? I don't think I did. I probably should have used it then, huh? I mean, I know I definitely didn't do that right, but that's fine by me. I still had fun. Still had fun with it. Yeah, I'm a natural, sure thing. Damn, dog, I want this thing. All the time. Ironworks Technician? What does this guy do? Sleep now in the Sapphire? That's pretty good. I love Rage. Back for more training, eh? Oh, no. Okay, my bad. Are you sufficiently prepared? Then we shall depart for Turncliffe at once. Let's get after it, dude. You can redo training and go. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go grip it and rip it, dude. Hopefully I live. I know how to self-heal. Try and use that as best I can. Damn, dude, this... Got our very own Gundam. This is so legit, man. If I were MC Hammer, I would say that this is too legit to quit. It seems they were expecting us. But who is the pilot? Vance, we're almost there. You'd better have your wits about you. I feel like we should be standing on top of it like Maria did with Siebzen. G-Warrior, do your thing! I'm gonna go full hardo. Initiate combat mode. Now get ready to strike. It's time to fry this overgrown squid. Is it too late to back out? G-Warrior, engage. I like that. That sounds awfully familiar. It's because it is. Dog, we legit have our own Eorzean Gundam. They better bring this shit back now. Now I just really, really want it. I'll save up all my Manderville gold saucer points just for this, if that's what I need to do. Yeah, give him the shining finger. Yes, give him the old shiny finger. Oh, dearie me. I can't afford to lose. It's all or nothing. Activating Oversoul. Hydra's combat sample ready. Initiating organic. I didn't read it fast enough, so I can't have it anymore. No, I can't hold on! Zoitzio. I will be monitoring the situation from the air. Follow my instructions and eliminate the target. Gonna give him the old stink finger. Let's go. Just tell him that it ripped through the TP when I was wiping. Sorry. Damn, this thing moves fucking fast, too. Oh, yeah, it's because we've got turbo mode on. So that doesn't weather the storm? I guess I should have. Damage taken by 50%. Okay, yeah. This is so sick, dude. Like, all right, this is badass, man. Picked a bad time to drop the old PPTP. My bad. Well, I guess I should be killing them, huh? Oh, because they're all going to go kaboom, huh? All right, well, we weathered some of the damage, I guess. Oh, never mind. No, we didn't. Okay, so, well, you know, could I have done that better? Definitely. But I was just pressing buttons. I mean, just pressing buttons, but I'm ready to do it again. Let's go. Let's just take it from the top, and we got to make sure to kill all those things first. No, we're not going to bump it down. Ivy, what's good, fam? It's great to see you too, bub. What's going on? You can kill the whole line with one Ultima Buster if you angle. Ah, okay. Robert did say mash the heal button. I did, but there's the cooldown. Ivy, what have you been getting into, fam? I hope life's treating you excellent, duder. I apologize, I haven't been following along. Have you had any shows as of late? You're just in time for Eorzean Gundam, so perfect timing. Let's take it from the top. Second verse, same as the first. Well, do better right now. Char is laughing at you. He should be. It's better than getting punched by Camille. Life's amazing. Can't complain at all. Just working and doing the things. Good. Life has thrown us a couple of curveballs, both financially and health-wise. Had the plague for Thanksgiving, and then also a multitude of mechanical issues with Mrs. Neo's friggin' car, and then our heating system at home, so... But, you know, we still have some money left, I guess. You know, we got a bit. We got a little bit. We can still pay the bills. But, still, you know, especially right before Christmas. It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? Let's fry this overgrown squid. So I gotta hit the angle of the dangle for sure. Let's skip it. We've already done this. Ultima Buster is 1, right? No, 3. My bad. It's turbo time. We'll get it this time. All right, I did it right that time. I was trying to follow what was going on the upstairs. Friggin' wigging me out, dude. Maybe I'll just leave this on because now he's gonna rise and yeah, see, look at that. Maybe I'll leave it on then. Deploy Aegis. Shit. Wrong button. Fuck. Hey, not too bad. Most certainly better than the first time, because now they're all unalived. Now I need to go fast. Now I get an itchy nose, too. Perfect timing. I don't know. Yeah, OBS and Docs absolutely hates when we play 14. No matter what I do. And I always have OBS set to run as admin too, should be taken top priority. But like my chat screen is black right now, so I can't see anything from anybody. So apologies. I'm not ignoring you, I swear. Oh yeah, that one was perfect. Hell yeah, got them all. Feels good. Pop that. Probably gonna rise. I can't see you guys in chat still. Sorry. Swift breach. I'm waiting for it. Eat. Jesus. I wish I could DM like the OBS team on Twitter, but you can't. Like, and you know, I understand that. Be like a celebrity opening up their DMs to anybody and everybody. But it's like, dude, I need to ask him why the fuck this happens. Because I feel like if I was to just make a post on Twitter, it just gets kind of like buried more or less. You know, because I'm sure they get pinged like a motherfucker about anything and everything. Whoa, dude, tigers? Fuck out of here, really? Shoot! Dude, I'm gonna die because I don't have any fuel. There we go, hang on. Got it, let's go! Woo! All right. All right, feels good. All right, chat's back now too, by the way. Super weird. I don't know why OBS hates when we play this. Again, it's the strangest thing. It's literally only this. This and like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. The target has been silenced. I don't want to be arrogant because I fucked it up once. It's not fitting. Now that the immediate threat has been dealt with, we should gather what information we can in Turncliffe. Everybody else up there in that hotel is just looking over the balcony being like, hey look, there's a mecha and a giant squid battling. You did well to pilot the G-Warrior so adeptly in such a short time. And with the weapon largely intact, Sid and his researchers should be able to gather a wealth of valuable information. Or before it is dismantled, perhaps we should take one last look upon our fallen foe. Now, this isn't going to be good for Gaius. I can already see where this is going, dude, and I don't like it. I feel bad. We should have known Father and his friends would track us down sooner or later. Now they're at our doorstep and the sapphire weapon still isn't ready. Even so, it should still be able to fend them off, or at least buy us some time. Not quite how I imagined it, but this seems as good a way to die as any. Rex, Rickon? Why are you still here? You're supposed to be moving the other weapons to a safe location. You can take care of that while I pilot the sapphire weapon. Oh. What are you talking about? I'm the pilot, not you. There's no need to put your life on the line. Besides, it's still incomplete. I can barely perform basic maneuvers, so it'll be practically useless in a real fight. We have a solution. Oversoul. You want to end up like Melisandre? No, of course not. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But she didn't give her life in vain. The ruby weapon left behind data that's been used to improve the system, to prevent any further malfunctions. What difference does it make? Once Oversoul is activated and the pilot fuses with the core, there's no way back! That's why I should be the one to pilot the sapphire weapon, not you, Rex. Alphonse needs you. You and I both know I'm the least qualified pilot we have. There's less to lose if I don't make it back. No! I won't let you! Please, Rex, hear me out. Ever since we were children, I was the smallest, the weakest, too afraid to stand up for myself. But I had the best brothers and sisters a boy could wish for. You were always there for me, protected me. Now it's my turn to protect you. Take the other weapons and get out of here. See this through to the end. Do it for me, Melisandre. I'm counting on you, Rex. You always did have a stubborn streak. All right, Rickon. I won't let you down. Just promise you'll wait for me on the other side. We'll meet again, brother. That one fucking slapped me. Hang on. I have real emotional attachment, but just, you know, that one hit me like a ton of bricks, man. That one was real heavy. You all made me happier than I had any right to be, and now I've finally found my purpose. I have no regrets. It's the dialogue, it's the music accompanied with it. It's just really heavy, dude. Come on, Sapphire. We may be far from perfect, but we have a job to do. Let's give Father something to remember us by. I also kind of like their Metal Gear Rising suits. The Echo, I presume. What did it reveal to you? Rickon, my poor boy. You were braver than most could ever hope to be. Ah, goddamn, dude. It's as we feared, Gaius. I'm sorry. First, Melisandre. Now, Rickon. We must find the remaining weapons and end this madness. Dude, super heavy. So good. That feeling of just wanting to just bawl my fucking eyes out, dude. It's such a good feeling. Tell me, what do you make of Gaius Balsar? I understand the two of you have been acquainted since his days as the Black Wolf. He claims to have shed his pelt when he took up the hunt for Ascians, but he's still the same man deep down. He certainly kept quiet about having a flock of foster children back in the Empire, though. Seems he would rather bare his teeth to his former masters than allow harm to come to them. Yet, try as I might, I cannot make sense of it. Does he truly fight for the good of mankind, as he would have us all believe? Or is he merely biding his time before he reveals his true colors? Whatever the answer may be, in the end, he will always be a Gallian. And though there may be honorable men and women among them, I have suffered much and more as a result of their conquests. Barbaric campaigns in which Gaius Balsar played no small part. Sorry. My first encounter with the Garleans was 20 years ago, shortly after the fall of Alamigo. They continued their march into the lands that had long been home to the Duskwights. We sought to repel the invaders, but we were woefully unprepared. Our bows and arrows were no match for their magitech, and even our most powerful magics did little to slow their advance. I fought on the front line, but was knocked unconscious in the opening exchange. When I came to, I was alone, the rest of my unit slaughtered. I hurried back to my village to look for my wife and daughter, only to find the place deserted. My search lasted for days, then weeks, then months, and it seemed they had disappeared without a trace. I finally learned from two Imperials held at Bittermill that the villagers had been captured and used as test subjects for the poison gas and would later be known as Black Rose. They were never seen again. For 20 long years, I roamed aimlessly, with nothing but hatred to keep me alive. I eventually found myself at the order of the Twin Adder, who offered me a place among their ranks. The desire for revenge was the only thing I had left, so without a moment's hesitation, I accepted. Were it not for the war with Garlemald, I would have been loath to work alongside the city-dwelling Gridanians, who for so long had treated my kind as outcasts. But none of that mattered anymore. It all culminated with Operation Archon. As you led the charge into the Praetorium, we were right behind you, and when the place came crumbling down, most of us were caught in the rubble. I escaped with my life, though many others were less fortunate. Having dragged myself free from the rubble, I sought a way out. It was then that I encountered none other than Gaius Balsar. On the verge of death, the gods had delivered to me the man whose conquests had robbed me of everything. I was poised, ready to exchange my revenge. Exact, not exchange. And then he spoke. I will not beg for mercy. I only ask that you stay your hand a while longer. Cannot die until I have rid the world of the Ascian menace. For millennia, mankind has danced to their tune, but no more. Then, once we are finally free, my life is yours for the taking. I would have struck him down there and then had I not sensed truth in his words. So I decided to grant him a stay of execution and join him on his hunt. All this time I have kept a close eye on Gaius. Though he is ever on the watch for pursuers, he has granted me ample opportunity to slay him if I so choose. And I still might if he shows even the slightest sign of betraying our agreement. But for now, the Ascians are my chosen quarry. If there are indeed the ones pulling the Empire's strings, then it shall not end until they have been eradicated, every last one. Though I could not save my kin, there are those who may yet be spared the horrors of war. Sorry, just it looks funny, like just sitting there mouth agape like. Unfortunately, dealing with the Ascians will have to wait until we have brought an end to the Garlemald's weapon project. Though we may have vanquished 2 of the new weapons, we must make every effort to prepare for whatever the Garleans throw at us next. Perhaps Severa can tell us whether the Ironworks engineers have uncovered any information or note. DC, what's good, my man? Somehow I missed a stream post in Discord. Did it not go off? But good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Friday. We're there. The Ironworks engineers are still at work dismantling the Sapphire weapon and investigating the Turncliffe Magitech facility. Though they have yet to make their weapon, they may have some news to share at this juncture. Please wait here a moment. Blow my schnoz again. That was highly emotional. We've yet to finish our investigation, but I can give you a preliminary report. Were you able to recover anything of note? Before abandoning the facility, they'd attempted to destroy anything they couldn't take with them, including many of their research materials. Luckily, some information related to the Sapphire weapon's combat data was intact. Judging by what we saw during the battle, it was extracted from regular Van Hydrus, correct? It also appears that the Sapphire weapon was actually in an incomplete state, and therefore unable to perform at full capacity. Even so, it was immensely powerful. Had they been given the chance to finish it before we'd arrived, who knows how it would have ended. Indeed. We may not be so fortunate next time, so we must prepare for the worst. The Ironworks will continue to investigate the Sapphire weapon and look into possible countermeasures. The Echo afforded you a glimpse into the conversation between Rickon and Rex prior to the weapon's deployment. Do you remember any other details? Improvements were made to the synthetic Orosite system to prevent malfunctions. Then it was never their intent to create a manifestation of Niall Vandanis. But there's one thing that was intended. Oversoul. Its activation results in the pilot being absorbed by the core, killing them in the process. Rex and Rickon were fully aware of this, were they not? Then the death of the pilot was by design all along. Alphonse, how could you? Sacrificing your own siblings to fuel these accursed war machines. Surely there's no cause worthy paying such a price. Aye, nothing is more precious than family. It's very true. This nightmare is far from over. It appears that Rex has fled with the remaining weapons, and we can assume that Alphonse has every intention of sending them into battle. We must find a way to disable them before Oversoul can be activated. I have seen enough death. I do not wish to see any more. Then there's no time to waste. Let's be about it, Gaius. Severa, you're in charge here. Keep Sid and his team safe while we carry out the investigation. Understood. Please see that no harm comes to Gaius. While we're gone, I need you to relay everything to the Resistance troops. Your first-hand account should prove useful. If there are any developments, we'll be sure to contact you. Oh, no, I don't want to inspect the G-Warrior. I just want to... Back to Girabanya. Oh, see, and I just inadvertently clicked that, but I was just like, alright, I figured it was just going to be another, like, training node, so I was like, eh. Unless, has it gotten upgrades? Dude, I like the Turncliffe area. I wish this was like an actual spot with an ether, like a, you know, a crystal we could just chill out. No. There it is. I'd rather just do print screen as opposed to using friggin'... Because I always lose my friggin' photos. Yeah, there we go. Is that it? No. No, see, because now it's not even in my... It's not in my screenshots. Which it should be, but it's not. It's very strange. It's always a pain in the butt for me, especially with Steam. In where they put their friggin... I thought for sure it would have been in screenshots. No, not the case. Then it means it went, well... Is it in gallery? Probably not. I know, I hate Steam's screenshot folder. So let's see, I would have to go to that. Can I just... I wonder if I can make a... I'm sure I can make a shortcut of it. Steam library, Steam apps. Common. Where is it? Is it in Steam apps? Is it downloading? No. You can see when you go to the library and click on the game. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm done posing. When we first discovered it at Azazla, it was a far worse state than it was now. Different color, too. As for its intended purpose, we believe it was developed to combat primals or similar threats. All of the parts seemed unnecessary have been removed, and we've made several adjustments to improve stability and overall safety. As a result, however, we had to limit its capabilities to some degree. We can't afford to repeat the mistakes made by the Garleans with the Ultima weapon, who we believe employed knowledge obtained by the Ascians. After all, we know how that ended. You might also be relieved to hear that Master Garland has introduced a pilot recognition system, so that only those given prior permission by the Ironworks can operate it. Think of it as a precaution should the enemy get any ideas about stealing it from us. Zephyr, what's good, man? Yeah, Veltal just gets a level up. Yeah, no, that's dope. Yeah, no Gundam theft here. Oh, there it is. Did you say, well, I mean, there's the screenshot right there. I see it, post-game summary. But did you, Phil, you can see him when you go to your library and click on the game. Oh, okay. Just by, oh, gotcha. All right, so it just kind of shows up. That's pretty neat, though. Save image to, I'll put that in game pictures. Me and my Gundam. Cool. Zephyr, how are you, dude? What's going on? Hey, I know that guy. So this is going to be for... Which of my creations would you like to see? Ruby weapon, a fine choice. Please allow me a moment to prepare. Look at that bust. Thing's going into Canton. Feast your eyes on the likeness of the Crimson Conqueror, the Vermilion Villain, the Scarlet Scoundrel, the one and only Ruby weapon. As I'm sure you remember, its most prominent characteristics were its impregnable armor plating, adroitly depicted here, and its long, flexible claws, which are, well, you'll just have to imagine those for now. The head and arched neck are somewhat reminiscent of a ravenous void scent, which may be the result of having absorbed a primal, possibly even one summoned by those resisting the Empire. In that sense, it could be even considered an alloy of sorts. Just pretending to work right now? Good. I feel you. Vouch for me from a bot. Oh yeah, dude, if you ever need a get out of work sick card, send it to me and I'll sign off on it. Dear Zephyr's boss, he's not working today because he said he's sick, so get over it. Sincerely, me. I got you. Yeah, there I go getting carried away again. P.S. He let me know that fake banana is what real banana used to taste like. I can tell you've absorbed about as much information as you can handle for now, so why don't we fire up the real virtuality combat simulation experience-inator? You'd best brace yourself, because even I don't know what's going to happen. Right on. Totem Urn and the Sorrow of Werlet can be exchanged for gear and other items by speaking to... Oh, really? And do you only get totems for extreme? Welcome back. It sounds like you've been on quite the journey. All the way to Turncliffe. Judging by the fact you made it here in one piece, I trust everything went according to plan? Hang on, Mrs. Neo. Okay. Anyways, as before, I'll compile the information into a report and leave it over there for your perusal, should you feel so inclined. If we hear anything from headquarters, we'll be sure to pass it on. Oh. Is this to, like, put in your house, pretty much? Next part has a trial, so I'd say save it for next week and go back to MSQ. All right. Meanwhile, in the 7th Legion's Werlit headquarters. I have come to deliver my port, Lord Valens. He's sweaty. Ah, so you have returned, young Alfred. Or was it Ulwick? Not that it really matters, of course. I hear that you and your darling brothers and sisters have allowed the sapphire weapon to fall into the hands of the enemy. Do tell me how it isn't so. I'm afraid that is the case, Lord Valens. Oh, come now, no need to be so sullen. As they say, to err is to human, to forgive divine. And you know how forgiving I can be when it suits me. Drinking milk after a workout seems like a horrible idea. So tell me, whatever your name is, who was able to best the sapphire weapon? Our sources state that the one known as the Warrior of Light was assisted by Sid Garland and Gaius Van Belsar, my lord. Gaius. Yes, it seems he's been quite the troublemaker of late, defecting from Garlemald, assassinating the Emperor. What next? Oh well, there's no use crying over spilt milk. This is very tense. Speaking of which, I've become quite the connoisseur since arriving in Wurlet. This particular variety comes from a rare breed of cow, you know. Only 100 of them in existence and pampered every day of their lives. Yes, they are quite valuable. Until their milk dries up, that is. When it does, they are sent to the slaughterhouse like all the rest. For that is their lot in life. To be discarded once they have served their purpose. Did I create the ruby and sapphire weapon so that you could deliver them gift-wrapped to the enemy? I can see it now, Sid Nan Garland rubbing his hands with glee at all the technological marvels we bestowed upon him. And you let Gaius Van Belsar of all people get the better of you! How do you think this reflects upon me? The legatus of the 7th Legion humiliated by that traitor! Humiliated, I say! There's only one way to deal with worthless provincial filth like you. Wait for me in the correction chamber. You need to be taught a lesson in obedience. Yes, my lord. Fucking eh? Forgive my intrusion, Lord Valens, but it's time for your meeting with the head of Magitech Development. Oh, how time flies when you're whipping useless soldiers into shape. Yes, I'll be along once I've made myself presentable. Can't have people thinking I've let my standard slip now, can I? Oh, so creepy. That armor is so fly, though. What are you doing here? You wish to see me, Lord Valens? Did I now? Ah, yes, that's right. So you're alive, yes? And you joined the military of your own free will along with your fellow orphans. Such devotion! What an inspiration you are! You see, it is my firm belief that love grants us the power to move mountains, to overcome any obstacle. together we shall discover the strength that lies within you. Take my hand, child. I will show you the way. This guy seems like an absolute POS. Like, real fucking bad. Valen is a real piece of work? Okay, at least I'm not alone in feeling that way. God damn. That was intense, though. We'll do Emerald Weapon after, obviously. We'll come back. We'll be back. You know what? Maybe I can at least get it now, though. No, I'll come back. Nolvrent, the Crystarium. Back to MSQ. That was real good, though. All right, let's, hey, I know that guy right there. Hell yeah. There we go. My guy. All right. I gotta go now. Sorry, I gotta go. Excedra? Good. I need some Excedrin. Helps with the headaches. It's the caffeine that's in them. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the other people to gather.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Who better to talk to a crowd than the silent protagonist?
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
All right, Loki, just in this moment, and I get it, it's us, the main character, telling them everything. I do wish they would have found a way to have a character, like whether it be Urianger, Y'shtola, like whoever, even the Exarch, to actually like speak in this moment. Like obviously I like the black and white photos and stuff like that, but I feel like it would have done even more. It would have carried even more weight if somebody, you know, not the silent protagonist, was explaining it to everybody. Which I know is not uncommon. We've done that before. We've explained to a group of people what happened, but I don't know. This just feels like another one of those heavy moments that I wish was voiced.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Oh no.
Impossible. I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
He didn't look. He looked not like normal Ardbert.
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
Excuse me.
That it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may.
Wow, he looks very grouchy.
People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert. One of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Real sus. Looks like Ardbert, talks like Ardbert, has a scowl, not like Ardbert. Ascian, maybe? Dunno. I think even if a voice character was saying it, it would have been unvoiced. Telling the whole Warrior of Light story would have been too long to include. I guess so, but I mean, just like whatever bit of dialogue, you know, a paragraph or two they could have done right there, I felt like it would have been really, really good voiced. I mean, it was already good, but you know what I'm saying.
That is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
No, absolutely not. It looks like him and sounds like him, but it isn't him. Dude. Same.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
That he is an Ascian.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the Virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen? Why, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible? given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps?
And how in the world does he still have a
Regardless,
body and it hasn't
to hear an
decomposed?
Ascian use him to call
I
forth
guess.
new warriors
Video
of
game.
light boggles the mind.
Yeah, Elidibus just won't go away. Fact. He's a rascal.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
All right, so two things I'm taking away from that. Either Elidibus has the Jedi mind trick, obviously, or the Warriors of Darkness were just real fucking gullible.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
Wouldn't surprise me, good guys aren't the main character, are almost always gullible. Oh, for sure. I guess we could, right? We can call that a trope of some sort, right? Just gullible, like hyper gullible characters. It's not, it's not even the Jedi mind trick. It's just like straight gullibility. Have a dozen pairs of eyes, never change, Urianger. No, he's good. He's good. Also, this is completely unrelated to 14. Is so like the, Astrobot wins Game of the Year at the Game Awards last night. The acceptance speech was really, really good. And they, gave, for, how is the phrase coined? Gave Nintendo their flowers with outright, like, coming right out and naming Nintendo. Is there a reason behind that? Like, is there a reason why, like, it's just kind of, is it like why wouldn't they, like, just be like, Nintendo? Like, obviously they name dropped Super Mario, but why, like, is it something to do with the Game Awards? Is it something to do with Nintendo that they, I imagine someone at Sony said they couldn't. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And, like, then that's just, like, gotta be like a business thing, right? Like, seems fucking childish, but, multi-billion-dollar companies do that kind of stuff, huh? I'd wondered about that after I woke up. It was like one of the first thoughts. Maybe they feared Nintendo suing them for uttering their name, which is super strange. Like, they're getting complimented, and it's just like, don't do it. You did well to dispel the falsehoods surrounding the Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the Flood. Though I must say the appearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. No, it's not. It's not uncommon for Nintendo to just say fuck it and sue people. All right. He is an imposter. Of that there is no doubt. But to the masses, he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. Yeah, Nintendo likes you to buy their products, but don't you dare talk about them in any capacity. All right. I mean, it lends credence. I feel like it was Dan that had said, and others may have uttered the same sentiment, that, like, you know, like their games, not super big fans of the company themselves. After the... Torn, how are you, man? What's going on? After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayer that these fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. They would sue over a mention of an award at an, they wouldn't sue over a mention at an award show? Oh, okay. They wouldn't, my bad, sorry, I was getting my wires crossed. What's new? If for one would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. We take action, we must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphino returneth soon with the most essential knowledge. For now, I think it's best to apprise Thancred and Reen of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall be no doubt have need of their strength. Were we genuinely thinking that? I thought we were all being sarcastic. I legit thought that they did seem petty enough that they would do something like that. Maybe I'm just crazy. Agreed. I think it prudent that we all take measures to prepare for what's to come. Backlug and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. Then I think it time I return to the Greatwood. Until now, everything we have learned of the Arceans has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming. Unfortunately, I recently received word from Fanau that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within the Kitana Revel. Almet believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization, that of the Ascians, perhaps. They may lead us to the truths we seek. Care for company? I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you're ready, make for Fanau. Almet and her sisters will be expecting us. Then let us be about our tasks. Pray, give my regards to the Vise. I didn't listen to really any acceptance speeches besides that one MVP dude who was helping find jobs. Yeah, Victoria, it was really good. That was a super duper wholesome moment. How are you, my guy? Nintendo only picks fights with companies smaller than them, really? Like, serious question, are there a lot of companies out there larger than Nintendo, like within the gaming space? Hearing that, I think people were actually being graceful at and giving Nintendo their flowers. They did almost nothing in this year's Game Awards. Look, I'm not harping on you, Victoria, but that was like a common thread last night from some people, like in chat, being like, oh, Nintendo didn't show up, oh, Nintendo didn't show up. Like, Nintendo probably isn't going to show up. For the very reason that they have their own direct. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it, like, the Game Awards is to award and honor all of gaming, not just a couple particular sects, but like, it would be like a PlayStation game showing up at a Nintendo Direct, more or less. Because, like, to me as a viewer, the Game Awards always seems like it's a a PlayStation, an Xbox, and everything that's not Nintendo, more or less. Like kind of award show or show as a whole. You'll get the game announcements and that it's going to be coming to the Switch, and that's about it. I feel like Nintendo in recent years is like they keep their announcements to their directs, you know what I mean? Like their showcases. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo won't pick a fight with them. Okay, so it's like they're obviously the big three. They buy some commercial slots and sometimes show off a single game. It's never a big presence. Kind of disagree. When Reggie was at Nintendo, he was at all of Jeff's shows. But was Reggie still the head of Nintendo when the Game Awards started 10 years ago? Like, legitimate question. Like, Nintendo showing up to E3, like, I don't recall, but I'm sure that they showed up to E3. But since it seems to me like since Nintendo has been doing their own shows, like the Nintendo Directs, you know, in the last few years, Doug Bowser was there. Like 10 years ago? I don't remember how long it's been since Reggie dipped. He was until like 2017, 2018. Okay, so then what, like, did Nintendo have a, like a big showing? Not a big showing, but like an equal showing that, like, say, you know, Sony or Microsoft did at previous Game Awards, like 10 years ago? They showed up to E3, but they were the first big company to decline showing up. Now, did that also coincide with them starting to do their own directs? Okay, well then that, you know, again, so that just makes sense. Again, like, why would Nintendo, I don't know, it feels like Nintendo would be, I guess, dipping into their wallet twice, you know what I mean? To make a big appearance at the Game Awards, to then also host their own, like, direct event, you know what I mean? And again, same thing, it's when, like, you get a PlayStation Direct, Nintendo doesn't show up to a PlayStation Direct. The same reason why PlayStation isn't going to show up to a Nintendo Direct, you know what I mean? The reality is, most of what Nintendo probably has to show right now is Switch 2 related, and since they haven't even revealed the hardware yet, I can understand them not having anything to present. I mean, yes, but also I would respectfully somewhat disagree with that, you know what I mean? It's, again, like in years, like I don't recall, well, I can maybe not disagree, sorry, let me walk that back a little bit. Again, respectfully, in previous years, I don't feel like Nintendo has showed up anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't showed up because they're just doing their own thing. And again, maybe that just kind of coincides this year because it's, you know, we're gonna have the Switch 2 next year, so like the Switch 1's life cycle is coming to an end. So. But they, like, even still this year, man, they've been pumping out some banger fucking titles for the Switch, man. And people going like, huh? What? I beg your pardon? Probably not. Hang on, sorry, I'm still getting reacclimated. I'm gonna go unlock map while I'm here. Last year, they announced Fire Emblem Engage DLC. Oh, at the Game Awards? Yeah, because I don't recall that, because I don't think I got the DLC for it. But yeah, I mean, I guess, like, it makes sense. Like, the question I had originally asked that sparked the conversation. Yeah, I was just wondering why... It's probably what Phil said. How, like, somebody at Sony was like, don't you mention them. They're like, okay. They're there more often than not, but it's often a small presence. Gotcha. Okie dokie, artichoke. I mean, it is what it is. We get you know, everybody wants to do their own thing and showcase all of their own stuff. You know, that's fine. More directs, more events, it's fine by me. Doesn't matter either way. Still get all the information, you know, that I want to get in terms of, like, video game news. Doesn't matter if it's a Game Awards, an E3, Nintendo Direct, PAX, whatever, man. Like, everybody gets their own fucking... Like, everybody gets a trophy, right? Everybody gets a trophy. But in this case, the trophy is them shelling out money to host their own event. More or less. It's fine by me, again. Still get all the info. It's just, we get it in a different manner. We'll have the Nintendo Direct. We'll have the Switch 2 announcement in March. I'm just assuming it's going to be March. Do a good job curating what they want to show. They announced the NES and GBC Tetris were coming to the Switch, but that was the Game Awards worthy announcement. That's a lot of money that they could have just not spent. Yeah. Thinking an announcement in January, then release in summer, that'd be all right. I'm good with it. It's a foregone conclusion. It is an absolute certainty that we are getting it next year, which is very, very exciting. So long as we can pay off more of our credit card debt, which we just now recently incurred by way of vehicle problems, we'll be all set. We'll be all set. Yeah, Victorio? Power back a couple of brews, couple of pints. Don't worry, we're getting back to it. It's just now my brain is just telling me to, why don't you go and unlock some more map poll right here? Okay, don't mind if I do. Yeah, like I had said last night and this morning, I thought it was a good Game Awards show. And I had said it multiple times last night, regardless if I'm going to play some of, like, the bigger games that were announced, some of the more hype moments. I'm like, I get excited for, you know, for other people. You know what I mean? People that are psyched on The Witcher. I could give two poops about The Witcher. I'm not going to play it. I've tried to play it, and it wasn't for me. But I'm psyched that, you know, there was a new Witcher announcement, which still is probably, like, fucking 5 years out. But, again, it doesn't affect me. Doesn't affect me personally. So I'm excited for people that are excited for The Witcher, man, you know? Shazbot. Okay, now we'll go where we need to go. And participating too much with trying to calm down people who are gung-ho about Rebirth. Did you play Rebirth? I don't remember, Victoria. Much as I love Nintendo, I'm still calling the Switch 2 at holiday season. Will love to be wrong. Oh, you're saying, like, they'll release it, what, like November of next year? I wanted it to be Balatro, but hey. Dude, Balatro won quite a number of awards last night, right? Like Best Indie, some other things as well, if I'm remembering correctly, which I'm probably not. Welcome, allies of Ronka. We have accomplished much since last you came. With the Light Warden dead and its minions dispersed, we have at least reclaimed our hunting grounds near Raktika Falls. It was there that we discovered more ruins. Although we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined that the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We all were in agreement. Before any investigation could proceed, you should be summoned. We are grateful that you did that. From what you have told me, I strongly suspect that the wisdom my comrades and I seek can be found within. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we may soon face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see. Then it is good that you have come. For Ranka was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. And it is our duty to ensure you and yours do not want for either. That said, we must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable deterrent yet lieth within. Come now, surely any threat sleeping within the ruins pale in comparison to those we have faced thus far. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh? And who was it pining for the return of our allies that we might venture into the ruins? Clutching her staff at night, wishing it were... You promised not to tell! It's Fang and Vanille. That's who they are. That's who the two of them are. Then I suggest we be going. Get back here! Remind me, exactly how old are you and your sisters? On second thought, perhaps it's for the better that I do not know. Pray forgive their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into the ruins and bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts now burn with a curiosity that is not easily satiated. Please, you needn't apologize. As a seeker of knowledge myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. And if not for your sedulous efforts to protect the ruins, we would not be afforded this opportunity. Speaking of which, I believe I have kept you away from the ruins long enough. Come, let us make for the Kitana Revel. Put 140 hour... Oh, hang on. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Up there. Sorry. The chat freezing. Put 140 hours in Witcher 3 this year, and I thought it was just okay. The DLC stories were 100 times better than anything in the main game. Yeah, it didn't click for me. I tried playing it twice, and it just... I didn't enjoy the combat. It was... So that's where it lost me, right off the rip. Just being pessimistic, I'm wondering how long it was between when Switch information came out and when it actually released, because we still have basically nothing but backwards compatibility about next console. Also helps me to think this way and then be happily surprised with when they do. Oh yeah, man! Like, that's a good thing. You go into an award show, or, you know, you're waiting for the next hype release, and you just go, you just gotta, like, train your brain into not getting overhyped. Just expect nothing, so that way when something does happen, you're like, yay! Grumpy, yeah, I'm excited for Rebirth too. But I do think there's a metric ton of padding in the ways of mini-games and side content. Yeah, that's been the one thing I've gone off of that I've heard, that I've asked questions about. Like, there is just like an over-the-top amount of mini-games. Yo, we got the bed, feels good. Which, like, if the mini-games are fine, but if it's gonna be like mandatory stuff to do, it's kind of fucking lame sauce. Lahi! It is most strange for these halls to be left unguarded. Have care when breaking the seal on the chamber door. Danger surely awaits us on the other side. Recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Lahi! When I have Ebola, Zika, have some COVID-19.
Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast.
Take that,
Though
you
that
winged spawn
much
of
is
Satan!
plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed. Why you... Ugh.
Bitch! Y'shtola is just like, ooh.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead.
Itchy, sorry. Itchy beak.
As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
The only thing I'll say to that, Phil, I feel like the greatest chance, like the one and only, the greatest chance we'll have of Trails showing up at a Game Awards would be like FC Remake. But even then, that might even just be like a Nintendo Direct kind of thing. You know what I mean? Could go either way, but like regardless, I feel like that is and will be, I would love to be wrong, one of like the only times like they get a like a grander stage, a larger platform will be for you know, like the FC Remake. Hey, Noir, how are you, buddy? Good morning.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism.
Sick? Oh no. I'm sorry, dude. The whole house or just you? Mama bear, Papa bear, baby bear? I hope not.
Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
What? But I only... What is happening?
Put it back, Dopey!
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
Let's boogie down. Where we're going, we don't need roads. It is, yeah, it's an Eorzean Elder Dragon. Golly. It's got braided hair. Do we have to play triple triad? I'm not bad at triad. I'm not good, but I'm not bad. It's easy to break in 8. Final Fantasy 8. Fuck, what do I do? Kill it? Four souls have been bound. Si, senor. Maybe I should back up. Yet to heroes proven, learned, and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. Well, we're gonna prioritize Y'shtola because she's been here from the rip. If you would see their set free, answer me these riddles 3. Uh-oh. Deft of paw, with kin do I vie. Through sought apart, betterment of the whole, do our efforts to cry. I heard pause, so I'm gonna go Carl. Nope, got it wrong. The last was the Oppo Oppo, keen and shrewd. Its spirit exalts ingenuity. Fuck, dude, stop auto-advancing the goddamn text. For this mistake, a single talisman I shall take. Okay. With fearsome fang I travel with pack. Together we find harmony, and thus for peace of our land does not lack. Alright, fangs. What's got fangs? Wolf? Oh yeah, dude. Alright! Indeed, 'twas the spirit of the wolf their doctrines praised, that they would know peace and harmony to the end of their days. I'm just not gonna read it out loud anymore. On my belly do I crawl? Shit, bro. I wanted to prioritize Y'shtola, and now here I am. Mind and memory? Well, that's not good. Twixt these talismans hides friend and foe. What the frick, man? Oh, is it gonna be like a matching game? Yay! So do I just select the same one? Nope, that's an enemy. Alright, well, we know she's there. Not there. So not that one, not that one. Alright, that's her. Not that one, not that one. What's this one? That's an enemy as well. Okay. Huzzah! Okay. I thought if we got it wrong, I was gonna have to boom bang pow some enemies. For everyone I got wrong, basically. Take the measure of my worth? Do you measure it from, like, the very base of the root to top a helmet? Is that, like, how they measure it? Defeat ayahuasca. What the? Save me, Hemp Knight. From long range.
I will not hold back!
Right on, we done did it. Feels good. Okay, so within that, at one point in time, say this is a black mage that got hit by a telegraph. I remember playing black mage, dude. It was tough because, you know, you're in the midst of a cast and then you move, you're like, well, shit.
Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber. A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna? a legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation, so potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
I wonder. By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
Naught less than the echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot?
Oh.
The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence. Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
And it's a very, very large sarcophagus, and when we were in Emerald, the people there were like like super duper tall. Then you must recall Emmett Selk's dying request.
Remember us.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions could not fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tuna long enough. Fanau will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
Part of me kind of felt like we were going to go and get, like, all the rest of the Warriors of Light. Like, you know, resurrect them somehow. Remember us. Remember that we once lived. By your pensive expression, I take it that Doom has given you much to think about. That is well. In time, the knowledge you have gleaned will lead to understanding, and thus arm you for what is to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebears. Our history is learned, not lived. The legend of Tiuna and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries. Yet, as it is handed from one generation to the next, the story changes. With each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes, details changed or lost. We can never truly know how she lived, for we were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes that will endure long after you are gone. And though it too will change in time, I swear to you, we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying we could never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought! So long as we are here, there are none among the Vis who will not know of all you have done for Novrand. We are not deserving of such reverence, but we are grateful all the same. You can be certain we will have our own tales to tell of the great guardians of the Raktika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray you safe travels then. As ever, we shall await your return with open arms. We're the only warrior of light the world needs. Well, maybe somewhere else, but here we're the warriors of darkness, right? Although we learned naught of the Asians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there is a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Renar. Yeah, Victoria, it fucking slapped, bro. It was super duper good. Fly, fire horsey, fly. Oh. Oh! Lahi? That is what... Okay. I thought it sounded familiar for a second. Very beautiful rendition. This is just using the, motif from it, but still super duper good. Vance, it is so good to see you. You've arrived at a most opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I will ready a place for you. I'm sorry, Runar, but we haven't the... Please, I insist. It will take only a minute. Looks like we're getting some stew. My apologies, Vance. It seems our return to the Crystarium will be delayed. But perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it is rather more a chore. I must clean my chambers here in the Slitherbow from top to bottom. If you'd be so kind as to go and fetch a broom in Asgaia. Asgaia? We might finish before Runar's done cooking. Bruh. Fetch quest for a broom? You're kidding me. Very well. It's only because I love you, Ishtola. A broom for Master Matoya? I cannot imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. It is old but sturdy and sure to suffice. Is that in the room next door? Can I go this way? Can I cut through? And chat in OBS goes black again. Sorry, gang. The docs in OBS hate when we play 14. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little annoyed. If Little was like the size of fucking Andre the Giant. Annoyed. Very, very annoying. Not this way, I don't think. Hey, I know that guy. I trust Asgia was able to find a broom for us. Well worn. Good. This would prove difficult otherwise. Though I must say, I think I did rather well for not having a broom thus far. Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it is time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. We get a broom minigame? Learning how to sweep the old-fashioned way? Who needs a vacuum? Here comes some Fantasia. Come on, Merlin, make that motherfucker sweep! You didn't honestly think that I'd do the old-fashioned way, did you? That broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself. Or rather, it will be. Time to rise, to swish and sweep. A tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound, until no dust is to be found. Finger gun. In this one particular respect, I've no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. In future, I may need you to remind me the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I will dearly miss this place, these people. I thought he was going to catch her talking shit about not wanting stew. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. He's gonna roofie our stew. We're gonna go comatose so we can't leave. Is something troubling you? You've been rather quiet.
No, everything is fine, I assure you. It has been a long day, is all.
I see. Y'shtola, thank goodness you're still here. Ah! Alphino, I thought you were following Oddbert. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every ilm of Norvrent in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your address at the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. It remains to be seen to what end he encourages the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. But there is no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed that this is just another Ascian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time is any different, especially when it's that of a fallen warrior of light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind.
His next destination is in all likelihood Slitherbow.
Alice, are you certain you should be here? If you're concerned about Halric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment is going well, but progress is slow and exhausting. For all of us. The best thing I can do now is to let them rest. So I believe we're about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin-Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does.
Thankfully, Thancred and Reen are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Reen believes one may lurk beneath the boughs of Woven Oath.
Then that is where we shall start our search.
Master Matoya! A warm bowl of stew will be awaiting your return.
I look forward to it.
He's sad.
At least we didn't get roofied. That's pretty good.
Beastman, right?
There's the daytime Lahi. All right.
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Issa friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come.
It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it?
Everybody's like, cut the shit, bro.
But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks. Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Very well.
Ah!
Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive. Yes, it is I, Elizabeth. Through your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emet-Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable, but I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I. Nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmet Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmet Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
If there's aught to be learned, I want to know, for want of a better option, as long as you don't make me do any more chores. Yeah, dog, we'll do some trolling. We'll do some trolling.
Keep that up and I'll send you to bed without supper.
Yo, I am at your beck and call, cat mommy. Real good. Awkward silence from everybody.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest...
And then the music picks back up. That was perfect.
If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
That was excellent. That was so good, dude. That was perfect. I loved it. Give me some hearty stew. No. No. Ooh. Coffer. Okay. Alpha now has the right of it. Let us pay a visit to the Ondo. We should speak with Tolsh's Arth first. As chieftain, he is doubtlessly privy to the great many secrets. Excuse me. The Ondo. What is this one? Oh, okay. That's a dungeon, right? Okay. There'll be a slight upgrade to your right side till we get more tomes. Perfect. And now that I just looked down at the time, I think this is where we're gonna wrap things up. I didn't realize it was already almost 12:30. Bonkers! But yeah, dude, it's good week. Very good week back. This morning, fucking, that Sapphire weapon quest, man, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. Hit me right in the feels real hard. Good feeling, though. Investment in the story, investment in the characters, investment in the world, you know? Feels really, really good. Yeah, so I'll get over here. So this is where we'll pop off starting Monday. Monday? Hell yeah. Lothars, I hope you have a wonderful weekend as well, man. My best to Fan and to Little Miss, the rest of the family. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Everybody have a great weekend, man. I love you guys. Let's see who's on the We Can Go and Raid. Say what's up to. Yo, P-Stone is doing some Xenosaga? Xenosaga 3, no less? Hell yeah, dog. Right on. Yeah, that's a dungeon. We'll unlock it soon. Perfect. Nope, that's not the right one. I did it wrong. I forgot there's a stupid underscore. I always get thrown off. It's my bad. Hang on! P-Stone underscore. Alright, I got it right that time. Yeah, so P-Stone's playing Xenosaga 3. I'm 95% sure for the first time, man. So get some of that Xeno brain rot about you if you would like to cap off your Friday. But thank you guys very, very much, man. Always. I love what we get to do here. I love our little slice of the interwebs, man. We got a fantastic community, and I'm very, very thankful for it. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. See some of you guys later tonight for some more G Gundam in Discord. If you would like to join in, you're more than welcome to. We have a fantastic community Discord right there for anybody and everybody, man. So enjoy your weekend. You guys stay happy, stay healthy, stay excellent. Be good, you guys. We'll see you.